evening, Metal Faithful. It is I, your mandated reporter, and frankly, I'm mortified, Mr. Mark Radulich. And this is the Metal Hammer of Doom. Tonight, we are reviewing Fate, the 8th studio album by Five Finger Death Punch, bro, which was released on February 28th, 2020 by Better Noise Music. It is the first Five Finger Death Punch album to feature drummer Charlie Engine, get him,
little engine that could,
who joined the band following the departure of founding drummer Jeremy Spencer. Fate is also the band's first album to be released through Better Noise Music. There are three singles, Inside Out, of which we did a Metal Hammer of Doom Extra for, Full Circle, which came out on January 3rd, and Living the Dream. I'll tell you who's living the dream. Jesse Starcher. How do you do, sir?
Oh, this is not a test. This is not a test, Mark Radulich. Oh, wow. We're hopping back into Five Finger Death Punch territory, and we had a fun time on their last album, albeit we kind of tore it to shreds. So every time I get into a band that we've already covered, it'll be like 5 minutes into the episode, and I'm thinking, man, I should have listened to our previous review. But I remember this one. This one we just, we gave them a hard time. So let's see if they can recoup some of their credibility here on the Metal Hammer of Doom.
Well, I'll tell you what. I gave this a listen earlier, and we'll get to it when we get to it, but there's a song on here called This Is War that I can just about forgive everything else on the album because it's so
good. It is heavy. It is heavy.
That's my fucking jam right there.
I knew. So I like when I listen to these albums, I'm like, which one's Mark going to pick? And This Is War was right up there, buddy.
I am consistent.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we've already done, I think, one or two different Five Finger Death Punch albums. We've talked about in the past. So I love the first two. This is my workout music, if I can ever work out again. This is my run-in music, if I can ever run again. I have a hard time walking from the parking lot to the building these days, but if I ever
throw on some Five Finger Death Punch, I'm getting psyched up to go walking.
Like, why are you blasting your music? I got to walk from my car to the employee entrance.
Getting psyched.
Get hyped.
That's right, buddy.
But just remind the people, what's your opinion on the old Five Finger Death Punch?
I'm pretty much a fan of these guys. I don't hate them as much crap as we gave them for And Justice for None.
I think we gave them that crap because they wimped out on it.
We had Got Your Six is probably, I think that is one of my favorite albums by them by far. As for American Capitalist, I kind of like that one. There's some great stuff on there. War's the Answer has a lot of good stuff on it. Now, prior to that, though, we're jumping into stuff that I don't recall ever sitting down and listening to. Of course, it's only one album, which is The Way of the Fist, which you'll probably sit here and tell me, like, that shit was awesome.
It was.
That's what I thought.
And I will.
But yeah, man, I don't even, as bro metal gets, I think that's Five Finger Death Punch, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I know they toured with Hatebreed at some point. I wish I need to be like a Make-A-Wish kid. Like, listen, I'm not going to make it, but my last wish, would be to see Hatebreed and Five Finger Death Punch together. I would bro out till I'm dead.
Oh, my goodness. Died on the mosh pit floor.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine?
Nobody touched him either. It was insane.
Yeah, I don't think that show came to Florida is what happened, because I remember being really excited about the tour, if I remember correctly, and then it just didn't come close enough to Tampa to really make it worth my while. But yeah, as far as that kind of music goes, Hatebreed and Five Finger Death Punch are fucking it for me. Mm-hmm. I remember when I was actively running, like those two bands would get me like the hypest, would jack me up like the most. So all I ask for Five Finger, this is all that to say this. don't wimp out, Five Finger Death Punch.
Don't wimp out.
You're known for writing songs about punching people in the face.
That's kind of what the actual name of the band is.
You're not Five Finger Picking Daisies.
It's supposed to be Five Finger Picking Up Change.
Okay? You're not Five Finger Licking Toes.
Oh, boy. Boy, the 2020s Five Finger Death Punch took a turn. I don't know what happened.
Okay, you're Five Finger Death Punch. Write songs about killing people with punches. That's all I ask. So that's going to be the high watermark. Okay, if we can get through this album and I don't go, nerds, fags, weenies.
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny. I was like, don't say fags, don't say fags. Fags!
And you yelled it.
It's like,
yelled it again.
I don't know if you heard it, but my brain said, that's it, I'm out of here, and walked off.
Checked out for the rest of the evening.
Sorry, folks. And to those people who I've just offended, don't be so thin-skinned.
Don't. Yeah, come on. You know what we didn't get? I don't think. Now, I could be wrong. You probably did a little bit more research on this than I did. But did we get a signature Five Finger Death Punch cover on this album?
We got the, whatever you call the snake eating itself.
No, when I say cover, I mean actually like them covering a song. Yeah.
No, well, they got bonus tracks.
They do have the bonus tracks.
Bonus track. Making
Never
monsters and death punch therapy.
Are those covers though?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. You know, we're usually getting those. I think was it Injustice for None that had like 3 different covers on there. Maybe it was the previous album to that. I can't remember, but anyway. Yeah, you know, I'm used to them covering something, and then that, of course, is all the songs that anybody's ever heard that doesn't listen to this band. Oh, did you hear this? Did you hear Bad Company? Oh, yeah, okay, I've heard it 9,000 times. Okay, so anyway.
I think they got more play than any one of their other singles.
Yes, hey, they did a great job. I guess we can't. 154 million plays.
Bad Company.
I mean, it's a good cover. Don't get me wrong.
It's a great cover.
Great cover.
You ready to hear some fucking music?
I'm ready. Let's hit the bricks.
All right. We're gonna leave?
I mean, let's hit the play button. Nerd. This is a bad analogy.
Kids and I were leaving the restaurant tonight, and I actually think they did something. I was just like, "Will you fucking walk, you nerds?" I'm like bullying my own children now.
Poor kids.
Oh my god, my son dabbed in the middle of Red Robin, and I looked at him like, I hope someone shoves you in a locker.
Dude, my son yesterday was giving my daughter a hard time. The 10-year-old's giving the 14-year-old a hard time because she said she dabbed, and Kayla was like, that's so 2019. I'm like, what the fuck?
My kids are trying to convince me that dabbing is still cool, and I was like, I hope you both get shoved in lockers. Preferably the same locker. Nerds.
Nerds.
Fucking be cool. Smoke, drink, be evil.
There you go.
Shout out to Bill Cosby in prison. All right, here we go. This is Inside Out. I don't need it. I don't wanna hear your motherfucking side. You can love it, or you can leave it. Because nothing I say and nothing I feel is right. Even if you wanted to, you couldn't understand. Or sitting up here dying, you're just holding out your hand. And even if I wanted to, I couldn't have explained. Cause you don't know the difference between violence and pain. There's no denying it. You never had control. All right. So we're off to a good start. Now, we've already done the Metal Hammer of Doom Extra on the video, where, and you reminded me of it, but then when I heard it, I started cracking up. I'm not sure why we started saying that Alan Moore was a big fan of Five Finger Death Punch. I do know we amused the fuck out of ourselves.
Yeah, because that was the only thing that could make the video interesting, is the fact that we'll watch it, but there's no way we're going to talk about it. So, yeah, man, great start.
In case you haven't listened to what was it? Why did we start in on Alan Moore again?
I can't even remember that specific video. I have no clue. I'm sure somebody probably said something that reminded somebody about the fact that Alan Moore and Firestorm and Five Finger Death Punch, something like that. I have no idea.
Okay, maybe there was a lyric in there, and of course I heard Firestorm. I'm like, ooh, fuck Firestorm.
Fuck Firestorm.
Fuck Firestorm. I think we also decided that the picture of like Alan Moore just like circle pitting in his house was really funny to us.
Yes, it was.
Okay, there's no point in revisiting. Just listen to our Metal Hammer of Doom extra on it. It's fucking hilarious.
We're not going to give you too much insight on the video. You just hear us talk about.
There's nothing to give insight on. It's a concert video.
The best thing out of that concert video was me seeing Ivan wearing a Punisher shirt, which I thought was badass, and then that was about it.
Yes, sir. All right. So about the song though.
Song's
badass.
Yeah, I will agree, man. We're opening up pretty strong here. F8 was just an instrumental, 1 minute and 15 seconds, but we hit Inside Out, and I could tell, this is definitely a great song to release as a single. It's a great song to open up the album with, and it's something that gets stuck in your head, too. This is one of those... Actually, there's a lot of songs on here that got stuck in my head. Mm-hmm. Inside Out is definitely one of them. But it's heavy, man. It's Five Finger Death Punch all the way out.
Yeah, look, I know like they're getting older and they have a mainstream sensibility about them, despite their name and their genre of music. But I don't begrudge them that, and I've said this about other bands too, about other albums that we've talked about, even this year. I'm all about bands making money. I'm all about bands reaching wider audiences. Don't lose your sense of self. If you're trying to appeal to a broader audience, find a way to do that while staying true to your sound. Your sound is guys in Cox hats punching people in the throat. Don't forget that.
That's right, damn it.
Okay? When I hear your music, someone should be throwing a football somewhere.
Yeah, and exactly. Exactly.
I'm gonna get beat up by an ardent metalhead and a jock at the same time.
Yeah,
like the thing that brought us together was this fucko making fun of both of us.
Who's going to film it? Your kids?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
they're not helping. They're like threaten to throw us in a locker for dabbing, will you? Yeah,
yep.
Asshole.
Yeah, Ivan Moody. Let's go, rock and roll.
Right,
I'm ready. Let's go for it.
You were starting to say something. I cut you off enough. I was trying to give you the.
Oh, I just saw Ivan Moody, punching you square in the jaw, and that's, and he's like, "There you go."
My I'm gonna my last days on this planet. This is gonna be a very morose podcast, but
yeah, already, damn.
My last days on this earth, I'm gonna be lying in a hospital bed. Cancer finally got me. And these are they're just making me comfortable. My family's there. Doctor's like, he doesn't have much longer. It's going to be like the movie Airplane, though, where there's going to be a line to get into the room, and people have, like, wrenches and hammers and bats.
Just one good punch in the nuts. That's all they want.
And that's really all I can ask for, is that I've aggravated enough people with this podcast that they're all there at my bedside wanting to beat the shit out of me.
Yes. I got that last shot in on Radulich.
We were going to have an open casket, but after about the 100th guy hit him with a bat.
We called it we're not going to do that.
All right. We're having fun.
Sir.
This next song is called, another single, this is called Full Circle.
This is not a test.
we're keeping the pace going. I like it.
Yeah, these first two songs and the next one, even though I may encounter some resistance when we hit it here, but I think these first three songs proper are really great openers and just keep this pace going. Full Circle is, it's another one where it's Five Finger Death Punch all over. It's heavy as shit. It's in your face. It's aggressive. And the one thing that I'm really glad that we didn't get right off the bat is Ivan Moody complaining about how bad he has it because he's so famous. Now, there's a mention, I think, a quick mention in Inside Out about stuff like that. It's just real quick, but it's something that doesn't it's not so pervasive. And I'm like, oh, please, I roll. No, it's not like that. So, for me right now, I'm liking this album. I think we're right where we need to be.
Have I mentioned to you that Ivan Moody sounds a lot like the singer from Clawfinger?
I can't say that I've heard Clawfinger.
All right. Well,
now I'm gonna.
Let's see if I can find it real quick.
Did you know, and you may already have known this, what number studio album is this? Do you remember?
Yeah, because I read it earlier. It was the 8th.
And did you know that it has the number 8 in the title of the album?
So this is the biggest...
He's just brushing that off. The whole point is I Got Your Six had the number 6 in the title of the album as well.
So what we're saying is Five Finger Death Punch, not a terribly insightful band. They don't have big ideas.
Five Finger Death Punch. We got the number of our album and the name of it.
Okay. I'm going to quick play for you a song here. This is the first couple of seconds, first 30 seconds or so of Biggest and the Best by Clawfinger. And I'm playing it for you because I want you to hear this guy's vocals versus Ivan Moody's.
I'll listen.
What you think.
Okay.
Here we go. Biggest and the Best.
And I'm here to give you all a heavy, heavenly dose. I think you better listen, cause I know who you are. And I think that you should treat me like a superstar. Because I'm more than just a human, I'm a gift to all of you. And I'm here to make sure that my message gets through. I wonder if you're really all as dumb as you look, or are you smart enough to learn the rules in my book? I hope you understand that the knowledge I bring puts me in the position of a god or a king. Cause I'm blessed with the gift of the magic touch. And I wouldn't say that I'm asking for too much. All you have to do is get down on your knees and pray. And I promise you the remedy is on its way. But you can never be like me, so don't waste your time. Because I reign supreme and my position is divine. What's wrong with being self-possessed? Nobody satisfied with being second best. I got the gift and I know that I'm blessed. And I gotta get it on my chest. Want the biggest, the best, better than the rest, better than the rest. Want the bigger, the best, better than the rest, better than the rest. Want the bigger, the best.
See what I'm saying?
I can see where you're drawing parallels there.
Okay. Not like
Ivan,
crazy and completely off?
No. Ivan seems more like he is in an argument with somebody at all times during his songs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all the fucking time. He's screaming at somebody because he's so pissed. He's about to take their head off. That guy sounds like, he's got some rapping going on there. He doesn't sound as aggressive to me, but I can hear where you're coming from, though.
I just, the tone of their voice is very similar to me.
I hear you. I do hear you.
Because when Ivan gets to talking, like, when he gets to the talky parts of his songs, this is all I can think about. Okay.
He does tone it down here for a couple songs on this album. But yeah, man. I'm still digging it. We're at Full Circle, and I think it's full throttle.
All right, this next one, my friends, is called "Livin' The Dream. So I wrote you earlier when I heard this. It feels like
yes, you did.
The writing session on this song was like, I have this idea about, and I want the song to be almost ironic. Like I have this phrase, we're living the dream, but obviously the dream is a nightmare. How do I go about expressing that? And somebody, apropos of nothing happening in the conversation, yelled out, "You know what the kids like? Fucking Marvel movies.
Comics. Comics.
Hey, Captain America, I hear you're pretty popular." Christ.
You know, what I thought of was the song Land of Confusion by Genesis. I don't know if you remember that video, which is just a spectacular video. It's
I know.
Do you remember the video?
I don't remember the video, but I know the song.
The videos are like puppets of the band, and it's really, really goofy. But I remember Superman was dressed up like Ronald Reagan, and it turns out that, let's try that again. Ronald Reagan's dressed up as Superman.
It's like trying to figure that out. I'm like, so he's a guy in a suit. Got it. He's the Wardlow.
The whole video is him dreaming. It's Ronald Reagan dreaming, and I remember he's just laying in bed. You'd see him sleeping and like he's sweating because obviously he's trying to fix America or whatever, and the button gets pushed. But anyway, that's what I thought of when I heard this song. So let's just take a little wiki break here real quick. We'll talk about Captain America, who showed up in Marvel Comics, and 1941 was his first appearance in Captain America Comics #1. Superman, you say? Superman, you say, Ivan? Well, Superman showed up in 1938, and that was in Action Comics #1. But, okay, so here's where things kind of go off the rails for me. When it comes to writing lyrics, I think one of the things you want to shoot for is let's shoot for consistency, okay? Captain America, just like you said, pretty popular. Superman, yeah, he's kind of popular, like one of the most popular comic book superheroes ever. Then you say the words Mr. Universe, right? He doesn't say Captain Universe, which I do know is a comic book character, albeit I would have credited the lyricist here for digging deep, a deep cut. However, I cannot fathom them actually realizing that Mr. Universe was a comic book character from 1951.
Really? Because he said Mr. Universe, and all I could think about was, they're talking about like the bodybuilder. Yeah,
and he does say, "Can you lift us above the problems?" which probably fits, but it's not
so dorky.
So
get in the locker with my kids.
Not consistent. But Mr. Universe, yes, I'm looking here. 1951 comic books. It looks like Ross Andrew, which I don't know if that name rings a bell, but he is quite a popular artist. But anyway, Iron Man, just so we can make sure we finish this bit. Marvel Comics, that's right. First appearance, Tales of Suspense, #39. So there you go.
What year?
Oh, what year? Came out in 1963, March of 1963.
Okay. What year did
So,
Ghost in the Shell come out?
Ghost. Why are you asking me that? Ghost in the Shell.
Because they reference it in the song.
I did not hear that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Ghost.
Pull up the lyrics.
I do have them.
For shits and giggles, let's just read off all the shit they reference.
Okay. All right. Well, we need to go to. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Captain America, I hear you're in a movie. Hey, Mr. Iron Man, you're playing by Robert Downey Jr. What else do the kids like? We're trying to stay relevant. I'm Ivan Moody, and I'm 45 fucking years old.
Because I'm just Iron Man. I'm a ghost within a shell. So there you go. Okay. Well, I don't think I mean, there isn't it an anime or something that's called Ghost in the Shell?
That is correct.
Okay. Well, the rest of it, he doesn't really reference a whole lot. I mean, he puts in, "Hey there, Your Majesty. Is there anyone above you? Hey, Lady Amnesty. There's no one that can judge you."
Coming soon to Marvel Comics.
Lady Amnesty. Dresses like the Statue of Liberty.
I hope.
Yeah, I really don't see anything else here. I mean, the rest of it's all, most of the chorus, "The road to hell is paved with good intentions." So you are, first off, I'm adding this to the playlist, by the way, because this is my song.
You're such a... Get in the locker. Get in the locker.
The playlist. There it goes. See you later.
Ugh.
It's on the playlist. You will be listening to that over and over and over right when you least expect it. This one's going to pop up. I like this one. It's one of my favorites off of here.
Oh, I mean, this has got like a nice heavy beat to it, but it's such a dorky song.
All right, well, whatever.
This is kind of trying too hard.
A lot of the criticism, and there is a lot out there of this album, is about the lyrics.
You don't say.
We'll do this throughout, okay?
Are you trying to tell me that on the same day that I learned young people aren't coming out to vote, and that's why Biden just took the lead in the Democrat primaries, that also people thought that the Five-Finger Death Punch lyrics weren't particularly deep? My world is blown. Yes,
indeed. Oh, it's all shattered.
It's all champagne.
No, it is, as a matter of fact. So, just real quick, an average here for Five Finger Death Punch's album F8 on Album of the Year. Okay, the reviews are coming in at 10% of these users like this album. 45% of the users don't like this album. First comment, Mom, look, I'm a tough guy.
What website is this?
This is albumoftheyear.org.
Sweet. Please read more.
Metal music, but if you make it bad. See, I don't agree with some of this stuff, man. This isn't good. This band just needs a new vocalist. Wow. This album proved to me that their instrumentals are good, but the singing doesn't work for me.
God.
Somebody hasn't listened to Five Finger Death Punch ever.
I was going to say, these are not Five Finger Death Punch fans. These are like woke little metal, like emo fucking metal kids.
Yeah.
Bumping the Amity Affliction.
So, bands like this are the reason why metal rock aren't acknowledged in the mainstream anymore.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay.
There's like 100 tours going on right now that all are some subgenre of metal. My God, people are mad. Not that Rage Against the Machine is touring because metal doesn't get acknowledged. That their tickets are too pricey.
Oh yes, I've seen that a lot. Oh boy. So we'll stop here with albumoftheyear.org comments, but this one's pretty funny. Quote, "I'm under a restraining order and Karen doesn't let me see my daughter." The soundtrack.
All right, that's adorable.
That's good stuff.
All right, well, let's stop picking on poor Ivan. Because I don't know if you know this or not, Jesse, but he's a little bit off.
I'm a little bit off today. Something down inside me's different. Woke up a little off today. I can tell that something's wrong. I'm a little thrown off today. There's something going on inside me. I'm a little bit off today. A little bit off today. I'm a little bit off today. A little bit off. See, I'm a little bit off today. I cannot put my finger on it. Got up a little off today just to play that same old song. I don't really want to try today. I see nothing in my reflection. I'm a little bit dry today. I feel like I could die today. I'm a little bit off today. Feel like I could die today. Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. Don't you know I'm a little bit off. Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. You gotta let it go. Just a little bit off.
Okay.
And you can all fuck off today. So, yeah, obviously he's toned it down here after we hit those first three songs proper full blast. And then I remember when this song started, I was like, okay. Well, I hope we don't get too much of this.
I know the Five Finger Death Punch sometimes has to, like, look.
Yes.
Okay. In defense of that song, we don't want every song to sound like Way of the... I mean, I do. But most people don't want every song to sound like Way of the Fist.
Yeah, they are pretty well known by this point to have songs like this. It kind of peppers the album. This isn't what you're going to completely get all the way through. But regardless, I'm very much like you. I like my aggressive sounding bands because if they do it well, I don't want anything else.
Right.
And Five Finger Death Punch does that very well. So when he tones it down and does a little bit off, at first I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to like this. But the more that I've listened to this album, the more I respect it being where it's at, and the more I respect actually how it sounds. I kind of dig it. Mm-hmm. And of course, like I said, the final words are probably the only thing I want to repeat from this song. But yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's not what we got with those first three, but it's not horrible. I'll put it that way.
It's fine. I'm going to give them like their one kind of, and this is a song where he's expressing himself. And here's the thing. I think part of the other reason why I don't get too crazy about this one is the song actually resonates with me. You know, I know some people listening to this like just talk about the music, don't get too personal. And I'm not going to go in a whole thing here, but I definitely have my struggles with depression. I some of it's been disease driven, just struggling with all the medication and doctor's appointments and just not being able to do what I used to do.
Yeah.
And some of it, just things not working out the way that I wish they could have. And sometimes just, just not even like an overall, like things just didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Just, just life.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have bad days. So waking up and just having that feeling of, I don't really want to face the world today. I don't want to leave my house. Now, I do, because there's two things that I think motivate me, and I was thinking about this recently, and this kind of relates to the song. One, I don't let my depression get too out of hand, because any of the consequences of allowing your depression to overwhelm your life and your decision-making would result in criticism and shame. And I'm realizing that there's a lot I don't do because I don't want to be shamed. Or, I don't want to be ashamed of myself. So it's like, yeah, I don't want to get up. I don't want to leave the house. But if I call out of work, and I hide underneath my bed, someone will call me a pussy and I'll feel shame. And I can't have that shit.
Nope, can't have it. Can't have it.
No. So I get up and I face the world, and I kind of reframe it as, well, I'm cowboying up. I'm toughing through it. Mm-hmm. The other thing is a deep set of responsibilities. I have a wife and a kid and a mortgage. I can't be letting depression win.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a struggle, man. I mean, I could imagine every day it's got to be something to just be like, it's overwhelming, I'm sure, and it's tough to kind of shake that off and go about and act fucking normal when things aren't fucking normal. You know, there's a lot of, and I understand exactly where you're coming from with this song. I can see why I would speak to you. There's definitely some parts of this song that speak to me as well. So
you can all fuck right off today.
Yeah. Shall I sing it again? I like that. I like hearing that lyric while I'm at work.
But why aren't I getting my unemployment, even though I haven't worked since the Carter administration?
You can all fuck off today. Have a good day.
So that's it. I don't need to say anything more than that. I have a good life. I know that. I got good kids. I have a good wife. My house is not falling apart at the moment.
That's good.
So,
it did have a big ass hole in it at one point.
Yeah.
Things have been fixed though, thank goodness.
I have a lot to be grateful for, and that's the other thing I have to kind of remind myself is, you know, like what have I really got to be depressed about? Mm-hmm. So other than my health, but even that, it's like, I think, did I tell you like the story about when I first got diagnosed with cancer and my lungs were so messed up I couldn't walk, but I refused to sit in the wheelchair?
No, I don't think I heard that part.
I couldn't walk more than 3 steps without having to stop and take deep breaths. And it was the winter, it was cold, and then the air inside the jail was like frigid, so I can't move basically. And they're, you know, and there's, you know, I've been like this all day, and it's time to go, and I'm just a fucking mess.
Oh yeah,
I'm a disaster. And someone's like, "Do you need help getting out of here?" And I'm like, "Nope, I'll make it." And they insisted on like wheeling me to the front door. They're like, "Do you want us to take you to your car?" And I'm like, "No." Now it's like 7:00 at night, and you know it's like 40 degrees outside because it's Florida. And I'm like, "No, I'll walk." Because
I remember you telling me. I remember you telling me like just fucking getting to the car. Was it was you were amazed that you even made it there, and I remember you telling me the story about how you went to your buddy's house to try and watch some fight or something, and you barely could make it through that.
Yeah, that's when I had pneumonia.
Gosh,
and I didn't know I had pneumonia, but I didn't want to be.
Don't want to be a pussy.
Yeah.
Don't want to be a pussy.
Didn't want to be a pussy and cancel.
Fucking pussy.
People have to hear this and be like, "Wow, you're a fucking dumbass."
Yeah. Get in the wheelchair, Mark. It's okay. Go.
So, you know, I get it. Sometimes you wake up a little bit off today.
Agreed. And
you don't want to sit in the wheelchair. All right, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's hear the next one.
All right, here we go. This is started from the bottom. Now we're here. No, this is bottom of the top. The guitar work on that is, I think, a little Metallica-y. But overall, just not that I don't like it or anything, or I'm even saying it's a blind ripoff. I think there's enough differentiation in there. But I did recognize it from Master of Puppets.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
I've heard, yeah. I know Master of the Puppets.
Master of the Puppets?
Master of the Puppets by the Metallica.
I think they played with the poppy.
They did, as a matter of fact. She opened up for them. Wow. Or they opened up for them. Excuse me. Let me get my pronouns right.
You want to try that one again?
Not really. I see where you're coming from there, Mark Radulich. How's that? This is lyrically the Ivan movie that we've been expecting.
Yeah.
He has reared his ugly head, and he is giving us, or his fans, or his criticizers, whatever, the what for, like we usually see him do. But again, this isn't all over the album. If he can restrict himself to maybe 2 songs from kicking somebody's ass lyrically, then fine. I'm okay with it. But, I mean, this one, he is ripping someone a new asshole, pretty much. The next song, after we play the next song, I have Mark Radulich threw every lyric from this album into the word counter.
Oh, no.
So we'll have a little bit of a quiz after this next song.
Okay.
But just real quick, for bottom of the top, it does get a little stuck in my head. So I, as much of a hard time I gave it lyrically, I'm still singing it.
Yeah,
So,
no, I like that one. That's a good
Yeah.
one. It's a nice, heavy, angry, typical Five Finger Death Punch song.
agreed.
It's good shit. It's good shit, pal.
Good shit, pal.
All right, you ready to go to the next one?
Let's hear it.
This is To Be Alone.
Can you tell me when enough is enough? When you push enough buttons and it's time to back up. Well, would you know when someone else has had enough of you? Of you, of you, yes you. Just take a second, you should listen to yourself. Everybody is to blame, but no one else is around. Is any of us sinking in and making sense to you? Of you, yes you, it's true. Is there no need to an end? So tell me, how does it feel to know no one is coming? No one is running when you hit the ground. How does it feel to know that no one's around you? No one will be there when you hit the ground. How does it feel? How does it feel to be alone?
Yeah, man. How does it feel to be alone?
Yeah, that's a good one too. I mean, I am having a hard time finding a whole lot of flaws with this album.
This is so much better than And Justice for None.
I agree.
This actually might be their best one, probably since American Capitalist.
I can tell you that I usually look for, just because I was so soured on the last album that we did with them, I was like, man, we're just going to get some of the same old stuff, and it, for some reason, that didn't ring true. This has all been stuff that is classic to me. Five Finger Death Punch. I know anybody that's listened to their real early stuff, I don't know if you'd agree with that or not, but I think that this is what I wanted from this album so far.
Yeah.
A couple of things set aside, I believe when we get to the end of the album, we could maybe cut a track, but I'm not having at this point in the album with 7 songs in, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm having fun.
yeah.
Honestly, even with all the stuff I was talking about before and some heavy subjects, I'm actually having fun with this album, which, sometimes we do these and I'm like, I want to talk about these albums, but I pick this stuff based on who's putting it out. Mm-hmm. Not, I heard an album, it's so good, let's talk about it. One of the things about the whole Radulich and Broadcasting Network is how much of this we go into blind.
Yes. Yeah, we do quite a bit blind, especially when it comes to this, because we've had some stinkers on the old Metal Hammer of Doom before.
Well, I mean, even like the comic books. Like, I pick stuff, I'm like, I haven't read this, I don't know what this is.
Yep.
but it matches something else we're doing, so we're going to watch that.
Yep.
I mean, like, you know, TV shows, and, you know, we have somewhat of a clue what we're going to talk about when we watch those. But yeah, I mean, no, I would say that if there was one unifying theme, it's we pick stuff because it fits into a certain milieu, a certain theme, and then if it's great, we'll say it's great. If it's crap, we'll say it's crap. But we don't go in like we don't just talk about the things we love.
That's right. That's right.
So much of the Metal Hammer of Doom, like Life of Agony being like the best example of this for me, is how excited. Like, I really wanted to love the last two Life of Agony albums. They did not live up to my expectation, and I made that opinion known.
Yes, you did.
So
yes.
with this one, so the point that I was getting to was, so a lot of the albums that we choose, they're not as good as I want them to be, and they end up being chores to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why a lot of times you'll see at the end, we're just like, can we just medley this last week because I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah. So far, it's not a chore. I've enjoyed myself so far.
I'm not itching to medley anything. Like, I'm digging the music.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I haven't really been super excited the whole way through a Five Finger Death album since American Capitalist. And even American Capitalist was a step down from Way of the Fist and whatever the second one was.
I think when we hit the second half of the album, we're going to see that it's not, I would say it's not nearly as aggressive or as good as the first half, though. And we'll talk about that as we go through it.
This is War is coming up.
This is War, and I know that, my goodness, we should just have ended with 8 songs then. Just scrap the rest of the album, throw This Is War in at number 8, and we're done. Which actually, that'd be a real kick-ass, like, fucking Five Finger Death Punch album, to be honest. How long is this thing clocking in at?
Well,
we got the bonus tracks on there, which we're not doing tonight, right?
No, I threw them on there.
You did? Okay, well, I have no idea what we're getting into in those, so just...
Sorry, I have to hear a song called Making Monsters and Death Punch Therapy.
Death Punch Therapy, I remember that being pretty decent.
But I cut the radio edit of Inside Out, and I cut Fate. So it clocks in at 50 minutes.
50? All right.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, without the bonus tracks, it's definitely a shorter album. So,
yes. There's less of them.
Hey, that's what happens. It would have been crazy if we could have cut songs, and it would have been longer.
Yes.
It would have
made no sense.
I don't know how Five Finger Death Punch did it, but they did it.
All right. You wanted to do your experiment, or do you want to pair another song?
Let's do one more song.
Okay. War is the Answer. That was the second one.
Yeah, there you go.
And War is the Answer, which are amazing.
Good stuff.
It's all right.
It's fine.
It's fine. All right, here we go. This is Mother May I, TikTok.
Tick-tock, time is up. Tick-tock, time is up. And everyone loves you, such a star. You're the one everyone wants to be like, but no one can be. Mother, may I have a moment, feel I've come undone. Can you stop me from this spinning? Nowhere left to run. Special's a term that they use to describe someone when they're afraid to admit that they're right.
I love that song. That's great.
Really?
Yeah, I know it's a little slower, but I mean, the drumming is just pounding. Like, this new drummer, he kicks a lot of ass. And I know this is more singing than growling and screaming, but here's the thing. It's funny because I resent this idea of this world famous international rock band like asking for a moment in the sun.
Why would you forsake them? I have no idea.
But I know that's how a lot of people feel.
Yeah.
You know, when you don't feel seen. And that was what I got from that. I don't know if it reached you, but that's what I took from the song, and that resonates. So, you know, I'm not gonna shit on the band for singing to me. Singing to people who feel disenfranchised, disaffected, struggling with the way the world works right now, even if it makes little to no sense that the band would feel that way.
Bottom 3 of the album for me.
What don't you like about it?
Shove her on down there. I don't like the way... I'm not a fan of the singing. You know, we know Ivan can do aggressive vocals. We know he can tone it down, and he can sing when he wants to. I'm not a fan of the song lyrically. I'm not a fan of the way it sounds. As far as the heavier songs on this album, it's definitely in the bottom of the pile. It's just not. It's not what I was looking for. And you talked about how, you know, these guys want their moment in the sun. Come on, man. It's like we really don't need a song to talk about that right now. You guys are doing fine. You're okay. I'm sorry. I mean, the first verse, I know you. You're the one on the magazine covers, and everyone loves you. You're the one everyone wants to be like, but no one can be. Are they going through the grocery store like checkout line? And
gosh, I wish we were Diana Ross.
Fucking Justin Bieber, what an asshole! That inspires me to write a song.
You know, I know we're Five Finger Death Punch and all, but why can't we be Shakira and Jennifer Lopez?
I don't understand. And
now I have this picture of Ivan Moody like spinning on a pole.
We don't need that. Don't need that in people's heads.
Basketball jersey.
Special's a term that they use to describe someone when they're afraid to admit that they're right. That doesn't even make fucking sense to me.
Wait, one more time with that?
Special's a term that they use to describe someone when they are afraid to admit that they're right.
Oh, really? Because we use special around here to denote somebody who's mentally retarded.
But if somebody is afraid to admit that they're right, we call them special? So maybe I need to analyze that a little bit more. I don't know. Yes, people like us, when we use the word special, it's not to denote somebody who's actually special. It's a derogatory term. So I don't know, but I'm not a fan of this one. Let's go to the word counter. So, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, we do every once in a while hop onto a website called wordcounttools.com. And really what this does is allow us to kind of analyze this album a little bit deeper than what we would normally get into, because this program does a lot of things. It doesn't just count the words, which that's fun and dandy, and fine and dandy, but it also gives us a readability level when it comes to like a grade level for reading.
Please tell me the whole album's readability is 4th grade.
It also gives us a keyword density, which is pretty neat. We can look at 1-word keywords, 2-word keywords, or two-word phrases, I guess, and see how many times or how prevalent that phrase is being used throughout the album. That right there will give you a good example or a good idea of the type of album this is. And I will specifically show you that here in a few moments. So first things first, Mark Radulich. You are banking on 4th grade level readability for this album, correct? Do you want to adjust that? Is that your final answer? So you're banking on 4th grade readability level. So unless you wanted to change your answer, did you want to change it in any way?
No, I'm putting my money on 4th grade.
All right. Okay. Well, to give you some stats here, 3,910 words, give or take a few, because there's some stuff in here when I copy the lyrics over from what was this? As lyrics, I think is where I got it from. They had stuff broken down and put things in there like verse 2, chorus. So give or take a few words there. 1,908. Let's try that again. 19,831 characters. Readability level 5th to 6th grade students.
Wow.
So yeah, you didn't give them enough credit, Mark. For shame. So short words make up 48% of this album. That's 3 characters or less. Greater than or equal to 7 character words, 10% of this album. Now, here's where we get into the meat and potatoes of the type of album this is. So if you took all the lyrics of a Blind Guardian album, threw that into here, number one, you're going to have weren't they like close to college level when we did like a whole album for them? And there were some times where we were very surprised at the readability level of some other artists. But when we get into keyword density, so a Blind Guardian album would probably have some keywords that are repeated over and over, but probably not frequently, like really, really frequently, because they're into storytelling. Mark, do you want to try and guess like the top 3 words that are used in this album?
I.
Very close. It's I'm. That's number 1. Okay. How about number 2?
Punch.
No, not in the top 10. If you were to say another word for I, what would you say?
You.
Close. Try and reverse it back onto yourself.
Me.
Me is number 2 with as much frequency as I'm.
Nice.
And then clocking in at number 3, this is the other one that you guessed, which is a form of you, which is your. Sweet. So what does that tell you? If your top 3 words are I'm, me, and your, what would you say?
This is very egocentric.
Very personal. Very, very egocentric. Let's see if they got any 2-word phrases. I was really hoping that would be one of them. But no, you is number 1, a little is number 2, and this is number 3. And then 3-word phrases. Number 1, actually we'll go 3 to 1. Okay, again, it's just taking frequent 3-word phrases and throwing them in there. So number 3 is want it you. Wait a second. Wait. Okay, I think I know what's going on here. Number 3 is want it you, and then number 2 is you want it. So obviously, I think that's probably in the chorus somewhere of some song. But number 1 is a little bit, Mark Radulich. A little bit. Okay. It fits. All right. So yeah, I mean, hey, it would take you approximately, according to this, 20 minutes to read the lyrics of this album if you wanted to sit down and read all of the lyrics.
Perfect.
Let's
go on to the next one here. This is Darkness Settles In.
Another sun sets down behind me. Another day comes crashing in. There's a whispering wind that's blowing. There's a storm that's closing in. I can hear the trains, they're rolling to a place I've never been. And I can feel her breath beside me with an empty glass of gin. As the darkness settles in, I can hear her voice again. I can hear your voice again. I'm waiting for someone to save me, but everyone just runs away. I'm waiting for someone to change me, but no one ever comes. I'm breaking down the walls that cage me, but nothing ever falls in place. I'm waiting for the end.
Five Finger Death Punch ballad number 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, can we just go right to the next song?
Absolutely, go for it.
All right. So, this is my favorite song on the album so far. Here we go. This is War. Fuck it all, fuck it all. Fuck it all, fuck it all.
Fuck it all, fuck it all.
So I was telling you the other day that, Joan Jett's Love Is All Around is kind of like my theme for this year because of the chorus, You're Gonna Make It After All.
Mm-hmm.
It's also This Is War, because fuck it all, fuck it all.
Ah. Yes, it's the yin and the yang of 2020.
I'm a complicated man.
I like this song too. I honestly think this is probably, it's number 2 on my list. It could be number 1 on yours. I've already put it on the playlist. Unless for some reason you were like wanting to change your mind after what we've heard tonight, I don't think you would, because this has Mark Radulich written all over it.
It certainly does, man. That's the best right there. I love the simplicity, the aggression, the drumming. It's just, it's so good. So it's what I come to a Five Finger Death Punch album for.
I mean, Limp Bizkit started out some of their greatest songs with something about get the fuck up. I mean, and Five Finger Death Punch does the exact same thing here. When you start out a song with get the fuck up, let me tell you, that song better kick some ass. And this one follows through.
Let me tell you right now, Jesse.
Tell me.
I guess it would be nice if I could
touch my body. Oh my!
I know not everybody has a body like me.
Oh my goodness!
But you got to think twice.
Oh yeah.
Get the fuck up!
There we go.
Love it. $3 bill, y'all.
Fred Durst. We miss you, sir. Any update on their latest album?
The fucking Stampede of the Disco Elephants? No.
I mean, it's going to be fucking Chinese democracy territory pretty soon. Because that fucking album took, Guns N' Roses 10 years to put together?
I mean, they're working on it. They're definitely working on 10 years.
Wow.
Stampede of the Disco Elements.
Them disco elements.
Goddamn disco elements.
You got to change those in your TV every once in a while. Oh, what happened? Disco element went out. All right.
Stampede of the... Shut up. Disco elephants. Well, at least it's funny. There's more on the Wikipedia page for Stampede of the Disco Elephants than there was for fucking Oktoberfaction.
Oh, wow.
Well, it still says to be announced.
Oh, okay. All right,
but
then.
they've released, singles for it. That's the funny thing. They released Lights, City of Angels in 2012, Ready to Go 2013, Thieves, which is a Ministry cover, 2013, Endless Slaughter in 2014.
So that's 6 years ago that we've last had any activity? Wow. Something happened, man.
Guitarist Wes Borland said 3 months later... All right, let me go back. As of 2020, the album remains in development hell, with no release date set. In July 2017, bandleader Fred Durst claimed on Instagram sorry.
He said the elephants are dead.
that the album had already been available online for a year and a half on SoulSeek.
What?
What? Guitarist Wes Borland, however, said 3 months later that Durst was still working on alone on the album. Borland again reiterated the band's progress in November 2018.
What is SoulSeek? Apparently that's a music platform?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
If reception, pre-release. The album received notoriety for its repeated delays, with Team Rock and the New Zealand Herald dubbing it the Chinese democracy of nu metal.
Holy shit! Well, I guess that's not too hard of a parallel to draw, really.
All right, I'm on a mission now to find Stampede of the Disco Elephants.
Yeah, well, okay, development hell is reserved for movies, folks. You can't just call a fucking album for being, being in development hell.
There's a YouTube here.
Okay.
There's a full album. Okay, it's got 6 tracks on: Endless Slaughter, Lights, Time, Ready to Go, Rise Up, and Thieves.
So, are we just calling it that, and that's what we're going with?
So basically, somebody fucking just slapped together a bunch of their singles and said, "Okay, here's the album."
Thanks, Guy. We appreciate that.
Shout out to you, Guy.
Shout out to you, YouTuber. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know what movie studio that he turned this album over to, but he needs to get it back. I mean, it shouldn't take that long to put an album together. I understand people get into other projects, but seriously. Seriously.
Well, I mean, I think it's one of these deals where it's like, well, it's not perfect yet, and you just fuck the whole thing up. Like, there comes a point where the stew must be done.
What is he doing? What is Fred Durst doing right now?
I don't know.
He's not in any other band, right?
No, Fred Durst made a movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Fred Durst made a movie.
And what was it called?
It was fucking terrible, from what I understand.
Ooh,
it's like an embarrassment.
That's rough. Maybe he should go back to making fucking music.
Let's see here. Let's see.
This is war.
So he's in a bunch of shit. He's in something called Mostly for Millennials, and he plays DJ Durst as a recurring character. He was on a couple of different episodes of, like, House MD, Play Dead. House
got canceled like fucking...
Well, it was 2008.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was going to say. That was a while back.
It was The Fanatic that he directed, and it's awful.
The Fanatic.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, they talked about this on Red Letter Media. So, its box office was $3,000.
Oh wow! Opening to nobody.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah. Well, we got our. I mean, hey, I think this podcast needed a Fred Durst update, so that's fine and dandy.
I think every other podcast we should do a Fred Durst update. What's new in Fred Durst news?
Nothing. Moving on.
All right. This next one, sir. Shit.
Shit.
All right. Like I said, this next one, goddamn pal, is Leave It All Behind. Okay, so that's an example of when I think he sounds like the guy from Clawfinger.
Okay, all right. I like this song. This is another one that I end up singing. I will be sitting there and I'm just like, oh man, I'm not going to be able to pull off some more Ivan Moody vocals. And lo and behold, if I took away your one excuse and helped you down and cut the noose, I'm singing that along right at my desk. It's amazing. I like this one.
It'd be funny if you were singing it to clients.
Yes. That does fit to the situation. But yeah, I like this one. I think, again, the second half of this album is a little more lightweight than the first half, but Leave It All Behind is perfectly serviceable. When we're comparing the first half to the second half, this is probably up there on the second half of this part of this album. This Is War, and then probably Leave It All Behind falls right in there.
All right. This next one is called Scar Tissue. Scar tissue that I wish you saw.
You ripped my heart out and you threw it away, torn away, threw away, ripped away. Been pushing buttons since the day that we met. All the pain, it's a shame you're insane. Infectious, I bleed you out. So precious, you're empty. You're always saving face and
Fucking perfect. So
Really?
good. I loved it.
You like Scar Tissue? Okay.
Yeah, man. That's got all the things.
Man,
What's your problem?
I don't know.
Starcher?
There are 3 songs that I skipped on the second half, and again, I wasn't jumping into the bonus
I
tracks.
was like, why did you skip that one? That's so heavy.
I wasn't into it. Maybe I did play Scar Tissue.
Do I need to play it again?
No, you don't need to. I heard it. I heard it, sir. So I was skipping Mother May I.
Okay.
I was skipping Darkness Settles In. Then This Is War gets played. Leave It All Behind gets played. Scar Tissue, I think, gets played. Brighter Side of Grey, when we get to that, unfortunately, as emotional as that song is, it's a rough one for me to listen to and not start thinking about shit. So
Can we just talk about the fact that the song is less than 3 minutes long, and you're like, God, fuck this shit.
2 minutes. Maybe I didn't skip this one. I mean, it's okay. I don't think it's the best one off the second half, but again, I was telling you that there's not really a whole lot on here that I like of the second half of this album.
Oh, you're a crazy person, man. This is a return to form for Five Finger Death Punch, and Scar Tissue is one of those songs.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm a crazy person.
Gonna have to be.
I will. I'll take it.
Song's heavy as shit.
All right, then.
All right. Last song proper on here, and then we'll do the 2 bonus tracks. I think we're going to medley the bonus tracks.
Okay, man. I'm cool.
All right. So first, let's get the Brighter Side of Grey done, and that'll be the end of the album proper, and then we'll medley the 2 bonus tracks, and we'll be out of here. This is the Brighter Side of Grey. Nope.
Just grab your fucking tissues.
Nope. I can't do it.
That's
Cut it. Like the foreskin off a penis. Cut it.
Look, again, they are known for doing songs like this on their album.
I gave them a little bit off today.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I didn't scream too much for Darkness Settles In.
Yep.
No, they don't get Brighter Side of Grey.
It's such a poignant song, though, the only reason I give him credit for having it on there is because, I mean, geez Louise, man, it's an emotional song about how if he dies, what he wants people to think of him, or what he wants people to remember about him. And that's a rough one to get through.
That he was envious of other celebrities?
I'm curious if that's in the lyrics. Remember the time I told them to go fuck themselves?
Yeah, look, I get people are going to hear this or have heard other podcasts. They're not going to be particularly fond of me. Many people might hate listening to this, and that's fine. I'm good with who I am, warts and all. And I'm good with people hating me, warts and all.
Warts and all.
When
did warts come into this? I had this. That's something I've just learned. I had no idea you have a problem with warts. Okay, go ahead.
I'm Park Frog.
It's all warts.
But I'm not going to sit here and write a reflective song about how I want to be remembered. My wife and my kids love me. My parents love me. My in-laws tolerate me. Good enough. I have a few close friends that I hope will remember me fondly. I'm not really interested in what the rest of the world thinks. Shut the fuck up, Ivan Moody.
Oh, man. You are so hard on the beaver.
That's what she said.
Ah, yes, indeed.
Totally sexy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a spot for this, I think. And again,
it's in the trash.
Yeah, well.
Okay, you can't handle fucking Scar. You know what? Fuck you, Starcher.
Hey!
Just fuck.
I'm not lobbying.
Fuck it all.
I am not lobbying.
You let my heart out and you threw it away, torn away, threw away, ripped away. Been pushing buttons since the day that we met. All the pain, it's a shame you say. Infectious. I bleed you out.
Are you done?
Fucking men talk. That's how men talk. Fucking rip my heart out and you throw it away. Fuck you. Some men talk, Jesse.
Oh, wow.
Not this.
All right. Well, look, again,
Earl Grey shit.
I'm not lobbying to keep it on the album. I'm just saying that I respect the fact that he wrote a song that he would probably want his loved ones to listen to if he just so happened to meet his end.
Okay, well, someone else in the band should have told him, cut the fucking song, pussy.
All right, then. All right, then.
Ivan, the line forms to the left. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. He's there. Trust me. I guarantee you, he's knocking somebody out just to cut a space.
He's right behind Ice-T, who's like, this motherfucker said my name in vain on every podcast.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we love you, Ice-T. We never say anything bad about you.
I hope this album kicks so much ass when we listen to it, because I don't want to criticize anything that he does.
No,
I really don't want to. Body Count is, just nothing but gold in my eyes, and I'd hate for us to have to say anything bad.
Yeah, don't disappoint me for the last time again, Ice-T. All right, speaking of disappointments, these are our bonus tracks. Making Monsters and Death Punch. The Death Punch Therapy better be the most awesome thing ever. That's all I'm going to say.
Let's find out.
Here we go. Okay, first of all, death punch therapy, involuntarily my tongue came out. This is death punch therapy. Blah.
Nice.
Horns in air, tongue out.
Wow. Well, what do you think, like...
Okay, first of all, making monsters he should have sold to Rob Zombie.
Okay.
He's currently fucking in a UFO. I just want to make sure everyone knows that. Hang
He's
on.
bit...
Go ahead. No, not like hang on, you can't talk, but hang on, we need to do something real quick.
Oh, okay. All right.
You can talk.
Oh, hey. Awkward silence. Okay. Well, yeah, I was going to say, he's been fucking in a UFO for quite a few years now.
He has been fucking
back when
in a
Robert
UFO
Cooper
for
was
a
on the
long
podcast.
time. Yes, that's the whole point of this next bit we're about to do. Is I need for people to understand why we keep referring to Rob Zombie as constantly fucking in a UFO.
Me get you back the prettiest, me get you back the prettiest, me get you back the prettiest, me get you back, 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 me get you
room. She rolled her five like a beast in a mirror bikini right out of the womb. They chased each other with a steaming knife, screaming, "All is in my veins!" And then she grabbed a big old pipe, swooped up some fine old smoky brain. You know it. Now some say that when I wolf on the mission who was almost 10 feet tall, he's raping the UFOs are real in the rubber of the Berlin Wall. So finally on that fateful day they went looking for Superman, saying I'm gonna get my 20 bucks and vacation in Japan. Look out! Well, everybody's fucking in a UFO. Well, everybody's fucking in a UFO.
So good.
Oh my gosh, man! I'll never forget doing the podcast with you guys when we were talking about that album, and we did the bit where we thought, okay, what was the production meeting like? It's like, well, I like porn. All right, then. Well, you like porn. Okay. Well, we need more porn sound effects. We need more porn sound bites. Gosh.
So if you've only been a fan, in quotes, of the Metal Hammer of Doom recently, you weren't listening to us back in 2016. Wow, that was before Spreaker. We were still on Blog Talk Radio at that point.
Oh, wow. Lovely blog talk.
Yeah, so if you've only recently found the show, and you keep hearing us talking about everybody fucking in the UFO, now you know. That's a Rob Zombie song.
Yes, indeed.
20
Apparently, aping Primus all the fucking way.
Yeah. I remember us sending messages to each other about that. We're like, the fuck?
What happened here? Why?
Like Rob Zombie just raped Primus. And that was the result.
Yes, it was. Wow.
That's Rob Zombie 2016, the Electric Warlock Acid Witch Satanic Orgy Celebration Dispenser.
Thanks, Rob Zombie. We appreciate every bit of that.
Thank you,
every
Rob.
bit of it.
Thank you, Rob Zombie kids. Thanks, Zombie.
Thank him. So I was going to ask just real quick in regards to bonus tracks. Do you think like there should be a strict set of parameters for what makes a bonus track, or is it just like, hey, we got extra shit, let's throw it on there?
I mean, here's the thing. Like, a bonus track used to be, you got your Nirvana CD, right? And you're sitting there and you're playing that old James Bond fish game on your, I don't remember if it was a PlayStation or if it was
James Bond fish?
Yeah, it was like a James Pond.
James Pond, okay.
You remember James Pond?
No, but I've heard the name, but I just can't. I do not recall them. But please continue.
You don't remember James Pond?
James Pond Jr. I remember that.
Well, James Pond was a video game. Okay?
I'm with you so far.
I'm trying to remember. I must have played this on the Genesis. Hang on.
Yep, we're gonna have to Google this motherfucker.
Yeah, I got it up now. No, okay. I had to have played this for the PlayStation.
Okay.
So I'm chilling in my room playing the old James Pond, right? And I got my Nirvana CD going, and it gets to the last song, and it just keeps playing, and it doesn't stop, and you're into the game, so you don't really notice, and suddenly you realize, hey, wait a minute, it's playing another song. Like, and sometimes it would do like individual tracks, like, you know, so there's 12 tracks on a CD, 13, 14, 15, it gets to track 99, and then there's, you know, Kurt Cobain fucking jerking off into a shotgun.
Yes. Oh, my. Oh, boy.
Well, he didn't kill himself with it.
All right.
We know that much.
No, yes, we do. Okay, yeah. Mark has opinions.
He was murdered. It's not an opinion.
So I've heard.
Anyway, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, so then you get to, so you hear, like, the bonus track on the CD. You know, how about another one? One closer to home for you. Clutch.
Yes, the 3 songs off of Elephant Riders.
Right, and it was, like, always a different one.
Yep.
So, now, with streaming music the way it is, you can't do that anymore. You can't, like, hide a track.
Yeah.
You can't do hidden tracks for the, you know, for the real fans who listen to the whole thing straight through and realize, oh, shit, there's more on here.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that said, like, I don't understand why they just don't leave the fucking song on there. Like, why is it a bonus track? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I guess the parameters that I'm asking about is, like, do the songs have to not fit in with what the album sounds like in order to be considered bonus tracks? Because those 2 bonus tracks we just listened to, Making Monsters and Death Punch Therapy, are straight up Five Finger Death Punch songs.
Well, no, I still think they should sell Making Monsters to Rob Zombie.
Okay. Aside from that, what I would feel more comfortable with is, like, Brighter Side of Grey and maybe Darkness Settles In as being bonus tracks, because those just don't feel like they fit in with what the album should be. But that's my opinion. I think that, you know, Death Punch Therapy, if we're talking that these tracks should have been on the album proper, I think Death Punch Therapy should have definitely been there. That's heavy as shit. That's a great song. Just like you said, tongues start falling out. What the hell just happened? I don't know. My horns are in the air.
Yeah, that's fucking great.
So, I don't know. That should have never been considered a bonus track. If you're buying the album and you don't get that track on there, I think that's a shame.
Ivan Moody said about this album, we wanted to make a record that wasn't just here today and gone tomorrow. All right?
That's great.
This fella on Twitter, God, why did the lyrics always ruin Five Finger Death Punch songs? Good riffs, decent drumming, cool melodies, but the lyrics are so ass, dude. All right, why are you listening to this?
Yeah.
This is the person who doesn't fucking listen to, who doesn't understand Five Finger Death Punch.
Bro metal. It's bro metal, bro.
This
We're
fella,
not going to... Go ahead.
This fella, and it's the last one I'm going to read off of Twitter here. This fella is fucking in a UFO. He says...
That's his Twitter handle. Fucking in a UFO.
I am fucking horny for the new Five Finger Death Punch album.
Okay.
He wrote that on February 28th.
Thanks, dude. We appreciate that a whole lot. So, Ivan, I believe this is Ivan who's being quoted here. He says, we wanted to make a record that wasn't just here today and gone tomorrow. You already said that. But as you go further down, he says, the last couple albums, I'm proud of them, but to me, they weren't everything they could have been. There were songs that really stuck out, but as a whole, I think they were kind of slacking in certain places. And I remember that being a criticism for And Justice for None, because I remember Champagne being one of the standout tracks on there. And there were a couple of, yeah, damn, dude, they had some covers on there. Blue on Black was a cover. Anyway. So he says they stuck out, but as a whole, I think they were kind of slacking in certain places. So it was our responsibility to go in there and say, how sincere are we? Do we love music or do we love the job? And that's the difference. We love music and wanted to take the make sure the world knew. So I think we did a fucking fantastic job on that. And then he proceeded to fist bump the interviewer. I'm just, just kidding. I added that part.
I was going to say, stop that.
So, okay, Blabbermouth has it rated. I saw it was rated like 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, Blabbermouth gave it a 7.5 out of 10. Did Loudwire rate this album? No. Okay, moving on. How about, we already talked about Album of the Year. Oh, yeah, here you go. 124 ratings on rateyourmusic.com. Out of 5, they give this album a 1.52. I've got to say, Mark, I think these people are being pretty rough here. I mean, I don't believe, and as a matter of fact, I think what did they say here? It was Loudwire, their review of it by Philip Trapp. He says, Five Finger Death Punch's F8 is great, despite what elitists may think.
Yeah.
And I do agree with that.
Yeah, perfect. I couldn't say it better myself, and I won't. A-.
A-, Mark Radulich says. And you are sticking with the War. What was it? War is the answer? No. That's the name of that album. This is War. This is War is going on the playlist, right?
Yeah.
All right, good deal.
Though I also like Death Punch Therapy and what was the one I played twice?
Scar Tissue.
I almost want to put Scar Tissue on there just because you're being ridiculous.
No, I'm not being ridiculous. Living the Dream is a good song.
Hey there, Captain
and
America.
comics.
You've got a circular shield. Hey there, Black Panther. We fought with you in a field.
That's funny because it's true. Wakanda's nothing but a bunch of fields anyway.
Rocket Raccoon's got a bunch of guns.
Fucking okay, it's staying on there. Go ahead and keep singing about it. Gosh. This will be fun to revisit near the end of the year. When
It's the children of Thanos. Now we're going to have some fun.
All right, motherfucker.
Come see my musical, Infinity War.
Oh, wow. Special tracks by Five Finger Death Punch.
You see Hamilton, now see Mark Radulich brings you Infinity War the musical.
That's great. That is great. Oh, wow.
It hurts to laugh.
Okay. Yeah, you said you didn't want to go any further, and I will echo those sentiments. I don't think you should be as critical as all these people are on this album. So if you get a chance, give it a listen. Pick out the good ones because there's good stuff on here. It's not as bad as the previous album. We are not giving this one as much hell as that other one. So, hey, check it out. That's all I can say.
All right. That brings us to the end of our show. Next week, Jesse. Next week.
Oh, boy.
Next week, our Lord and Savior, Ice-T has risen.
Oh, man.
Body counts in the house.
Body counts.
Body counts in the house.
Body counts.
He's bringing his friends. Evil Dick.
I've listened to Bloodlust quite a few times since that album dropped, and it's still fucking strong. So I cannot wait to hear what this new one sounds like.
That's Talk Shit and Get Shot, right?
Talk Shit, Get Shot, or no, that's that was Manslaughter.
Okay.
This one's got Black Hoodie and fucking No Lives Matter on it.
Oh,
and
yes, No Lives Matter was the shit.
Fucking Civil War with Dave Mustaine. I mean, fuck, there's a lot of good shit on here.
Yeah, dude.
So I'm excited. I can't wait to hear the new one.
Oh my god, between the body count announcement and now we found out the new Ailstorm's dropping in May. Ooh, doggy.
Dude, this is going to be. I thought it was going to be a kind of a shite year, but there's been some really strong albums so far that kind of surprised us. So, hopefully more upcoming.
So we got body count a week from tonight, and we got Code Orange underneath for all you fans of Fat Bray Wyatt.
I have no idea what those references are.
Fat Bray Wyatt?
Fat Bray Wyatt was called Code Orange at some point?
No, goddamn it. Code Orange remixed his theme. When he became the Fiend.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, there we go. Now I'm tying it together.
Yes, sir. Bray Wyatt's fat.
Bray Wyatt was called Crush? No, I'm sorry. No, it was Code Orange. Code Red.
Wow.
I pulled an old wrestling reference out there. That's right, Crush, ladies and gentlemen.
God damn. All right, so March 18th, we got Code Orange underneath. And then we're finally going to get to the new Ozzy album on March 25th. I was not in a rush to do this. Feeling like obligated to. I hope it's as bad as the last Black Sabbath album that ran off Robert's friend.
Oh, yeah. That was a while back.
Fuck that guy. That guy was me.
He said, no more.
He said, yeah, I'm done with you and the stupid podcast.
Yep.
But
Wait,
you know what?
We didn't just break him from metal. He quit podcasts altogether. He stopped speaking for a year. It was crazy.
April 1st, April Fool's Day. Though this is no fool here. This is fucking Heaven Shall Burn. You ever hear any Heaven Shall Burn?
I think I may have, but it's been a while.
Yeah, Heaven Shall Burn from Germany is the fucking shit. April 8th, we got In This Moment, Mother. Yes, the last In This Moment, we recorded that one from like my bed in my in-laws' house. If you'll remember.
Oh, yes. I do remember that album. I do remember that one.
I threw that on here because I hope that this one's as much fun to make fun of as that one was.
Fun.
Testament, Titans of Creation. The last two Testament albums have been good to this podcast. We hope the trend continues.
Absolutely.
Nightwish, Human Nature, The Black Dahlia Murder, Verminous. That'll be April 29th, Black Dahlia Murder. It's not really in your wheelhouse, but we got to do it.
So. Yeah, this is going to be. I don't know how am I going to comment on each song because they're all going to sound the same to me.
They'll do a lot of meddling. Trivium. What the Dead Men Say.
Yeah, buddy, that'll be a fun one, man.
Yeah. Then we're taking the 13th off so I can talk some High Fidelity. You ever seen the movie High Fidelity?
Yeah, that's with John Cusack.
Yep. Well, they did a show. They did a show based on the book that the movie was based on Hulu. Okay. So I got Sean allegedly on the talk about that, but I might have you watch High Fidelity too and be my backup.
Well, all right then.
So keep that in mind. May 13th, High Fidelity.
Okay.
TV party tonight. Lamb of God, self-titled, May 20th. Trick or Treat, our friends from Italy.
Mm-hmm.
The Legend of the 12 Saints. And then the day after my birthday, June 3rd, I'll be 44 years young. Ailstorm, Curse of the Crystal Coconut.
Happy birthday, Mark. I don't know if they're going to have a song on there that can beat Fucked with an Anchor.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be tough.
And then finally, June 10th, I moved it back a week to accommodate Ailstorm. Static X, Project Regeneration.
Yeah, I hope that we get to that album. I mean, stuff's been popping up, but I really think that it would be great to give Wayne Static kind of his due here and listen to at least something that they've tried to do since he's passed on. So,
well, I mean, unless fucking, Stampede of the Disco Elephants drops. May 29th.
I will be really upset with Fred Durst at that point.
It's going out of his way to fuck the guys from Static X.
Send him an angry tweet.
You're gonna fuck him with an anchor. That's what I'm gonna do.
There we go.
Hit a high. Anyway, so that's it. That's all the Metal Hammer of Dooms. Check out our shows on October Faction. We did a source material. We did a TV party. We did a TV party for Super Showdown. Saudi Mania 2020. Tomorrow we've got a review of The Invisible Man. He's in your bed, in your head. My Myself and Pat Mullen will be recording Chapter 6 of our History of Boxing podcast, Cassius Clay, not Muhammad Ali, because we're taking on the era when he was still Cassius Clay. Saturday, it's UFC Adesanya versus Soldier of God. Yoel Romero, check that out. We'll have some more Metal Hammer of Doom extras for you each week, right before the show proper. We got Harley and Ivy meet Betty and Veronica coming up. Onward, which is the new Pixar movie. We'll have a review of the Elimination Chamber and a review of the Harley Quinn animated show. How about that, Jesse?
Stacked schedule.
Yes, sir.
A lot of good stuff there.
Saturday, March 14th, barring any unforeseen calamity, Jesse's favorite fighter, Miguel Mariachi. We'll take on Shakur Hiabich Stevenson.
Oh boy.
It's like, what do you think of your opponent? He a bitch.
He a bitch.
He a bitch. I need a t-shirt that says he a bitch.
All one word. Heabitch. He a bitch.
All right. I'm done talking now.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, go give the Radulich in Broadcasting Network Facebook page a like to stay up on top of all the great podcasts that we have to offer in your podcast platform. You can find us at home on the W2M Network. And if you just go to W2Mnet.com, you can listen to just about darn near any podcast that is on there from the Radulich in Broadcasting Network and from all the great podcasts that the W2M Network have as well, such as Video Games to the Max, such as The Kickoff, and other great shows that they have. Lots of content there for you. I think this week, which was planned to do today, but it'll probably be later this week, we should have the most recent episode of Unspoken Issues up where Chris Armstrong and I discuss Superman War of the Worlds. That's right. It's a fun caper. Lots of fun discussion on that, which I just found out today. There was a colorized version of the War of the Worlds, and we swore it was in black and white, but Chris said, I swear I've watched it in color. But anyway, fun discussion to be had, and we have about a day or so left on the latest Unspoken Issues poll. So if you like comics and you'd like to tell us what you think we should talk about there, we have a Facebook poll over on the UnspokenDecade.com, and that kind of guides what our next discussion will be. Right now it's between the new Daredevil costume that came out in Daredevil number 321 and a new Dr. Fate in Fate number 1.
Daredevil's winning by a mile.
Yes, and if everything goes through okay, we may possibly have a special guest for that one. But anyway, it's time to get out of here. Mark Radulich is tired. I'm tired. We've done 5-finger death punch every way. Wife asks for a 5-finger death punch every night, and I say, listen, baby.
Okay, that took a dark turn, and that's coming from me.
Anyway, let's get out of here, Mark. I'm getting silly.
You're like rambling over there.
Yeah.
Stop. You're supposed to be the nice one.
I am. Damn. All right, let's go.
All right, for Ramblin' Jesse Starcher, I'm Mark Radulich. This has been Metal Hammer of Doom on the Radulich and Broadcasting Network. Be well, be safe, and behave.